Hey, we are still in Zermatt. We are at Blauherd, going to ride down some trails. I don't know what they are. I've given up trying to figure out what the trail names are. Eventually we're gonna get back on the Sunegga Flow Trail, but we went up one stop higher on the gondola and are gonna ride something new. We had to come up this fire road and I tried to ride and I could not. We pushed up it. And I think that's the highest my heart rate has gotten this whole time. So we've had beautiful weather. The whole time. We're getting teeny bits of clouds and rain, but it's just somehow making it even more gorgeous. I see an arrow ahead. So there's been a few times where we've had to stop for a while to figure out where to go, but generally things are well signed with bike routes, which there's a number instead of a trail name, and you follow the number, and then also painted on rocks are arrows. But if you're planning a trip, having trail forks is definitely helpful, but trail forks in the trail map don't match up exactly, so it's a little bit confusing, and there are more trails in the trail map than there are on trail forks. If you come to Zermatt, practice your bunny hops and waiting and unwaiting, because there are literally dozens and dozens of water bars that range from rideable to would fully flip you over. Sometimes they have a little go around, sometimes not. So often you don't have much line choice if you're trying to avoid the water bar. Well, that's a view. Need to give my hands a break. With the clouds today, the hillsides are even more green, and the glaciers are super blue. Oh, that's a bad one. Kind of through it, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I'd highly recommend flats with the water bars. I've never clipped in and out so much. And the really tight switchbacks. So when we were higher up, we stopped to look at a very cute marmot, and I saw this beautiful white flower I didn't recognize, and so I did seek, and it was edelweiss, which is so cool. Edelweiss is actually from Sound of Music. The song Edelweiss is the song I walked down the aisle to at our wedding, so it was very cool to see it in real life. Got it. I keep wanting to stop and look up what these different wildflowers are, but we do actually have to return our bikes today, so probably shouldn't take 5 hours just on this trail. And the sheep have been here. One thing you say about Zermatt is the trails are not, well, I guess we're at the very end of the summer season, but trails are not very crowded with bikers. We've definitely been on some trails with hikers and hey, don't hit that electric fence. They're grazing sheep, so there's electric fences. That would not be fun to crash into. But yeah, I barely see any other bikers, which a couple times it's been rough when we're trying to find our way. It'd be easier to follow another biker. Here we go. Sunegga Flow Trail. So I'm having an excellent time biking in Zermatt. Just have to realize that biking in Zermatt involves a lot of hike-a-bike, unless you're Danny McCaskill. But like honestly, I mean, there are a lot of people that are a lot better than me, but I think there are significant sections that's just not built for bikes, so even very good riders are going to be doing some hike-a-bike. So I think as long as your expectations are that you're not going to ride every foot of every trail, have a great time. You can really tell that this is a place where hiking trails were turned into bike trails, other than a few flow trails like this, and we rode another flow trail earlier today. These are obviously built for bikes and are super fun, but a lot of the trails, even the ones that are kind of designated bike routes, were originally hiking trails and have a lot of spots that are just very challenging, if not impossible, to ride, especially with the water bars, just endo makers. But I still think it's very fun and would highly recommend it. We are sadly returning our bikes after this lap. We have one more night here, and then we head to Verbier tomorrow. We're probably gonna hang around and do some stuff in town today because we can't get into our rental till later, so probably gonna do some hiking, eat more cheese. Between the Gorner Gras lap and then this lap, we ate fondue and I drank 2 small beers. And they were both of those things were excellent. The fondue was incredible. Oh, like DuPont, I don't know. I will look it up and put it on this video what the name of the fondue place was. It was very good. And while there's tourists everywhere, we did see someone that worked in our hotel eating there, so at least it's not only for tourists. And the owner was super friendly. I really liked it, but I'm glad we are doing lift access because I do not think I could pedal uphill after eating that much cheese and bread and potatoes. We stayed at Schloss Hotel Zermatt, which I'd also highly recommend. It's right in town. They have bike storage. There's breakfast is included. And breakfast food is amazing. There's a spa and a pool. The spa is included in your stay. I spent a long time there yesterday. You can get massages and like treatments. I didn't do any of that, but just the spa was awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is my first time here, so don't know if we're missing out on anything, but I've been really happy with where we've eaten, where we're staying, the bike rides we've done. Like I said, the only thing I do differently is rent a bigger bike and bring flat pedals. Hello. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
Great trails.
Thank you.
The Matterhorn's in the clouds today. We got some incredible Matterhorn views, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, right before we left, we were supposed to have weather kind of like this the whole time, and ended up being warmer and sunnier most of the days. Which means we just got incredible views. down the GoPro, but there's a helicopter taking up something to work on the lifts way up high. I'm blown away by many things here, but I'm blown away by the crazy, like, gondola, funicular, tram infrastructure way up high, just like so high on these jagged peaks. Lift assist biking ends in the next couple weeks. I think different, like some of the lower ones go a little bit longer, but we're towards the last couple weeks of the season for lift assisted biking. I'm guessing they have to do a lot of repairs and maintenance between biking and when ski season starts. So town of Zermatt is 5,200 feet, I think. So around 800 feet lower than Truckee. We asked someone who was working in our hotel, the bartender we were chatting with, how much snow they get in town, and she said they don't get much in town. They'll get a little bit, but it melts. Hasn't started snowing except very high. It was really cool yesterday. There was just like the tiniest bit of mist. What was that turn? Oh, I was gonna say there's like a tiny bit of mist in town yesterday. The grid stuff drying on the porch and brought it in. And then when the clouds over the Matterhorn cleared, there was a little bit of new snow on the Matterhorn. I mean, there's snow year round, but we could tell that it had gotten a dusting. It was really cool. One of the things that's just so cool about Zermatt is there is no personal cars. There are these little taxi shuttles and a bus, and all the little taxi shuttles are electric, so everyone just like walks and bikes down the streets. And yeah, you want to watch out for the shuttles, but the shuttles definitely watch out for bikers rather than the opposite, which is very cool. are these things that you can rent, like kick bikes. And I'm not sure if the kick bikes are the scooters or these things you like sit on, but you can ride up the gondola and then ride the kick bikes down. And the people on them, I don't know, they seem to be having a good time, but they look so much more terrifying than being on a mountain bike to me. I mean, they're on like they're on fire roads, they're not on the trails. But I don't know, couldn't pay me to ride one. Well, I guess you probably pay me to ride one. I just ride it very slowly, and I'd have to look at the brakes first. One of the things that's happened when we've been going out to dinner, which is funny, is you'll bring the bill and then it has like a tip screen and it's like 5, 10, or 15%, and the waiter is like apologetic, like, oh, this is just a tip, you don't have to do it. And we're like, well, we haven't actually said this, but we joked about saying we're American, we're used to getting asked to tip 30% for literally everything, so don't worry, we're used to it.